Hey there YouTube, this is Track Junkie Jackson. This is my first moto vlog. I'm sat here on my 2017 ZX6R and welcome to my channel.
Make the ground shake.
So I'm sure as you can get from the name Track Junkie, I ride and race a little bit of track as well. I've got a 2011 Daytona 675 and probably a bit later on I'll have to do a video on it because it's a pretty sweet bike. I bought it off a bloke who used to race it down here in South Australia. He's now up in Darwin and yeah, it's got everything done to it, so I'll just have to do a video on that at some stage. Right now though, I am sat on this 2017 ZX6R. I have owned this bike for just over a week. So I've just moved up from a 250. There's a few obvious differences. One, the power. Two, the seating position. It's a lot more aggressive, way more aggressive. The 250 basically feels like a tourer in compared to this bike. I'd had my license for about 3 years, so I figured finally, you know, it's time to get a bigger, better bike. And I nearly bought an R6. I'll tell you about that in a second. But let's just find somewhere to pull over and we'll have a look at this one here. So this bike is pretty well brand new. It was a demo model. I needed to get rid of it. It had about 250 Ks in there, which is next to nothing. It's completely stock, as you can see. Still got the tail tidy, the original exhaust, nothing aftermarket on here just yet. But yeah, it's a pretty sweet bike. So we've got different settings here. We got traction control 1, 2 and 3. We've got full and low power. So as I said, I had this bike for just over a week and I just love riding it. It's so fun. I'm just looking for any excuse to go out for a ride at the moment. Still a bit of getting used to. Obviously I've ridden a Super Sport on the track. Not exactly the same as riding one on the street, but nonetheless it's good fun. In saying that, let's get back on the road. So as I said before, I nearly bought an R6. I had the cash in my hand. The dude had already messed me around once, and then he went in and did it again the night before I went to test ride it, and I just said, nah, good luck with the sale, mate, I'm not interested anymore. Basically the first instance, he wanted me to agree on a price to buy it. Oh, lizard. So basically, he wanted me to say I'm going to buy the bike before I'd even test ridden it, and I said to him pretty straight out, how can you expect me to do that? And then we sort of went back and forth for a bit, and eventually he agreed, okay, look, we'll agree on a price, of which I'll mention he named. I didn't even negotiate because I was happy with the price. He named the price and it was agreed subject to a test ride. So if I was happy with the bike after the test ride, I would pay that price. And then 11 PM the night before, he texted me saying, oh, I've had a few other offers for $200 more. I'll tell you right now, the offers were 10 grand. He had asked 9.8. $200. He said I won't be able to take any less than 10 grand. And that was just tipping point for me. I was like, oh, you know what, mate, just forget it. Good luck with the sale. The next day I went out and bought this. A little bit more. I went a bit over budget, but you know, I'm very happy with the sale. And the absolute best, the best part about the whole thing was a week later he messaged me saying, oh hey man, I'd be willing to part with it for 9.8. Are you still interested? I just said, oh gee mate, sorry, I've gone out and bought a brand new bike. You know, good luck with the sale. That's what you get for being a wanker. But yeah, that was that. Oh, bikes. I like bikes. So more to the reason of why I've decided to start moto vlogging. I actually wanted to do this a while ago, but at the time I just had my 250. I didn't really feel that anyone would want to really watch some bloke moto vlogging on a little 250, so I sort of decided to postpone it. Now I've got this bike, which I feel is pretty incredible, and on top of that we're just coming into some beautiful weather here in Australia, so I figured what better time to start than now. You know, I'm sure all of the 5 people watching this will be like, yeah, gee, what a great idea. I've sort of taken a bit of inspiration from our local vlogs like Tridden and Snarky. Obviously they haven't been around, well, Snarky hasn't been around for a while. Tridden, I think he is planning to have a child with his wife, which is, you know, family before moto vlogging, unfortunately. So I'm guessing that's maybe why he hasn't been around as of late. I know Snarky sort of got a lot more recognition after his accident on his 300, but to be honest, the quality of video that he was putting out, you know, I felt like I was watching a 6-minute video, even though his videos were like 20 minutes long. He's just, I don't know if he had someone else doing the production on it or whatever, but man, they were good. So yeah, I've definitely noticed over the past year or so a drop in moto vloggers. I don't know whether that's because, I don't know, it's just out of fashion or what. I know here in South Australia there's a bit of confusion among people who are wearing helmet cams and what's legal and what isn't, and if I'm honest, I don't even know what's legal. I can't tell. I'm just hoping I don't get busted. As far as I'm aware, anything that sort of threatens the integrity of a helmet is illegal. I've just got my GoPro, it's adhesed onto the helmet. If I crash, it's gonna break off. I haven't drilled anything or anything like that, so I think I'm okay. Obviously if I get pulled over, you're gonna know about it, so we'll see how we go. On the note of moto vlogging, if there are any local vloggers that I just haven't, you know, noticed on YouTube, definitely drop me a message. We can go out for a ride, do a vlog together, you know, whatever. And if you're thinking of starting a moto vlog channel, definitely do it. Otherwise I'm just going to be here all by myself vlogging, and everyone's going to be like, Track Junkie, who is that guy? Who is that one vlogger? Come on, come on. I might just have to skip the part where it takes me 30 minutes to get down a 100-meter street. So that's it for this moto vlog. I really just wanted to introduce my bike. I just really wanted to talk about myself. I just really wanted to introduce myself, introduce the bike, and a little bit about why I want to start vlogging. I've got a few ideas for future videos, but if you have any suggestions, any challenges that you would like me to do, definitely drop them in the comments and I'll check them out and try and see what I can do. So on that note, Track Junkie out.